just typical England weather, grey and a bit mild. It's not quite winter. It's not quite summer.
And man said,
It could rain. It might not
we
rain. It
don't
could
know.
snow. Yeah, you need take it. Like you can do it. Obviously wear shorts thing, but
And man said,
take an
wear
umbrella in
shorts.
it.
And said the Jesse flex, the Jesse attire.
I was gonna say that. I didn't throw that under the bus.
And, do you know what? I'll never forget that time. Yeah, it must have been November, December. It was cold. Remember how cold it was that day? And I think did I have trainers for Jesse? I had something. There's a reason why I was linking Jesse. Remember? I think I linked up with you anyway. I think I must have had trainers for him or something.
Yeah.
And he come out. Remember it's King's Cross. Remember it was cold, and he came in his shorts. I was like, nah, this guy, man, he don't care. Even yesterday, I seen him on Instagram, pair of shorts on it.
It's committed, isn't it? It's committed.
365, man. He doesn't miss a day of shorts, man. But yeah. I rate that. Rain, sun, snow, don't matter. I think I said it on here before. That's like what a lot of the like people up here they do that anyway as well. Like I think it's more a comfort thing, isn't it? Like you're just comfortable wearing shorts. It's a comfort thing, I think. But yeah, when I see snow, blizzards, nah, man, can't be doing them thing there. But what was you saying about the weekend as well, man? Did you watch the coronation? You catch any of that?
I didn't touch none of that. I think the only thing that I saw, and I might have sent it to you, is someone played Candy over when the horse is galloping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was. Do you know what's funny as well though? Because I think like obviously things like that, yeah, it splits like the nation, and there's people that just aren't interested in it, or there's people that have the street parties and the ones that are camping out. You see the people that was camping out at like, I think it's like Wednesday last week or Thursday. Bearing in mind the coronation, it was like 72 hours before the Saturday, before the coronation and all that. They were camped out. Like this man, you've not seen it. Like this man basically moved all the contents of his flat out and took it to Buckingham Palace with him, like saucepans and bedding, all this stuff.
That's sad, man.
And I just think, though, I said to someone, the only coronation I know is Coronation Street and Coronation Chicken. They're the two coronations I know. I don't know about this other thing that's going on. But it's sad because I know it's a weird one. I feel like, remember when we spoke about the royals on here before? We talked about Harry and Meghan and all that. And I think, I can't remember which one of us said about how much money that they bring in to the country, I think, and all the other stuff that they do. But you think about how much money must have been spent on like taxpayers' money. I'm not talking about their money or whatever, or what they bring in. But
most of it will be taxpayers.
Taxpayers' money. There was a big screen somewhere. I think it was like Salisbury or somewhere like that. That it was a massive screen. It cost like near enough. I think it's like 280 grand. I know hardly anyone was there, and it's taxpayers' money. It's mad. You didn't catch none of it, no?
No, literally, I saw. You know, my attitude was. We all know. I think most of us, if not all of us, know the origins of that family. We know what they're about. We know how they got their riches. We know all them jewels that's on the carriage and the crown. We know where they come from. So my thing was, if you're gonna enjoy it, go enjoy it over there. Like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I can't be bothered. Don't rub it in my face. And also, for me, it was also about just not being anti as well, because I don't want to waste my energy. You know what I mean? There was a lot of good football on. Managed to see people go out and do certain things. Sainsbury's had some nice custard cream, strawberry and cream flavored biscuits. I enjoyed that. I had some Victoria sponge because, you know, obviously
that you getting into the spirit, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I'm making the most of the food that was there, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's nice. It's something you can't get all year round at a discount. So, yeah, and that was it really. But yeah, what about up your side? Because obviously, I heard Liverpool fans booing the national anthem in the stadium. But yeah, my thoughts would be it wouldn't be as big a presence, but you never know. What was it like up your side?
I think because obviously like people that don't know, like Scousers, Liverpudlians have like a massive pushback about the monarchy and the government, the Tory government especially. So yeah, there wasn't many. I didn't see like street parties or nothing like that. A couple of Union Jack flags hanging out, a couple, like on like school fences and stuff like that. Or you go into like the Sainsbury's, like you said, they've got like a little corner. The Kings, like what they call them, cardboard cutouts and all that. There, they got a couple of them, but I think it kind of worked out well because this weekend and obviously next weekend's Eurovision, so and Liverpool's the host, so a lot of that the city's just been like Eurovisioned out. Like the city centre's got like had like a massive festival thing on that was free. Loads of like artists like just from abroad and from here as well. So the city's just been taken over by every like Finland and Ukrainians and everyone's just there. Everyone's just chilling. And look, I went down on Sunday. It was a good vibe, man. It was like a good little vibe. Didn't have any like. I looked at the prices of the drinks, cuz. Listen, Eurovision. Listen, when I seen like £8 for a drink, £9 for a drink. I know someone that paid £80 for like 7 cans or 7 bottles of I think it was Moretti or whatever beer it was, but they paid like nearly. So I was like, nah. We walked through the festival thing, the village, the Eurovision village, and then we just looped back and then went somewhere else. But yeah, now the booing, it's like from the football fans. I can see why. I know why, and there's a lot of history behind why they boo. But it's kind of like one of them, innit? Like if you. A bit like you, like I wouldn't boo it. I wouldn't boo the national. I'm not gonna sing it, but I'm not gonna boo it either, because it's each to their own. And if you want to be part of that, then be part of it. But yeah, I think like did all those people that booed, did they get up and go to work yesterday? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? So there's you got to take the pros from the cons as well, and all of that. So yeah, man. But quiet, man. Quiet up here. Quiet, man. I'm glad Eurovision is sort of masking over the coronation. I missed all of that, but yeah, man, that's next week, man. Eurovision.
Do you watch that?
Nah,
Or have you ever
man.
watched it?
Yeah, I've watched it before. We always come last. This country always comes last anyway. I know you got the Jamaica thing on there, but you know what I'm saying. Like in terms of like this country, it's always like nil point, innit? I'm sure.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. Like the woman that's singing, like representing this country, like even her song isn't the best. Like, sorry, it's not. Like, and we're gonna have to be honest. Like the Ukraine, I think this year will probably be high up there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like after, you know what it's like. It's almost like a. I don't want to say this, but it's almost like a token gesture kind of thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of it becomes a political vote, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes some country will vote for other countries because of certain things that's going on, and yeah, like you can see that happening. But I know it's a big thing. I know a lot of people enjoy it. They have like the Eurovision parties, and people get dressed up and food and another chance to connect. So it's not really my thing. I just remember as a kid, I just used to tune into the bits where they're doing the points because I was just always interested to see. I just used to like seeing how the graphics move, but
Yeah.
I didn't really care for the acts. I know. I think Ireland have had a couple of years where they've won it.
I have they, yeah.
Um, Years ago, I think, because
Okay.
there's a Father Ted episode where they reference it, but they're kind of joking in that they want the act to be so bad because I think if you win it, then you host it, don't you? So or it used to be
Must be
like that.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that they were trying to get Father Ted and Dougal to enter, so it'd be so bad that they wouldn't win it again and have to host it because obviously it costs peas in it. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, man. I'm glad it's come to Liverpool though, because like I said, it's brought like that weekend when I was there. I think it was Sunday. It was good, man. Just seeing
Yeah,
loads of different cultures come together and just. Do you know what I mean? There was no trouble, nothing like that. It was just everyone was just chilling, doing their thing.
yeah.
So it was calm, man. It was good. It was a good little thing, man. I tell you what, I did do this weekend actually.
Mm.
Made myself a vegan breakfast, man. Vegan
So
thing.
is this what's going on? Is it spreading? Yeah. You're
Nah,
the last person I thought would go
no, no, no,
would
no,
be.
no. But do you know what? Only the sausages. The only thing I have vegan is sausages. I don't.
Mm.
And you know me. I'm chicken and whatever, fish and beef and whatever. But yeah, vegan. Even chicken sausages. Have you ever had them before?
I don't eat them because obviously I don't eat beef and pork, and the lining, the casing
Mm.
is often beef, and I had a proper like just chicken only one with a substitute was disgusting.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I didn't bother.
Even before you cook them, they look horrible. Like that's
Yeah, look, man.
they just. And then I start questioning like what part of the chicken am I eating? Do you know what I mean? Then my mind starts.
Which bit?
Yeah. We saw that yesterday actually. Like me, and my missus was out, yeah, and I was saying this is why I don't really eat chicken thighs because look where the fire is on the chicken, innit? Like it's right by the batty, oh man. I'm not touching that piece of the chicken. But always go for always go for the breast, innit? Because you know and the breast is always meaty as well. Like it's got more chicken on it or whatever.
It's dry though, man.
The breast,
it's so dry. Yeah.
No, man. You gotta go. You can't be eating chicken thigh. What part of the fry are you eating?
No, the fire is juicy, isn't it? Like, yeah,
they are, to be fair, they are. But yeah, man. But no, the breakfast was nice. You know, the last weekend, the last bank holiday, the first one, I wanted to do it then, but I just didn't get the time to do it. Like, because I'm not a big breakfasty person. Like, I'll have like porridge or something like that normally, like throughout the week. But I thought, let me just rustle up a little full on. I mean, the whole toast and hash browns and and then cuz you know, you finish it and you think, yeah, that was worth the wait, man. It was one of them ones, man. I loved it, man. But that took me back though. Cooking it took me back to like back in the day, like waking up and you can smell like the breakfast being cooked and that. And then like on a Sunday, you have like a proper. Well, we used to have like a proper breakfast. I don't know what it was like for you though. Like with us, or do you know what I mean? Are you a big breakfast person first of all? Do you like have proper breakfast?
So not full on. So I'll at minimum it's weird one. So I can't really function without having at least a hot drink. So even if I wake up late, I still have to have like I don't do caffeine, so I'll just have like herbal tea. So I can't leave that minimum. I have to have that before I can talk to people in the morning. And usually I'll just have some Weetabix. But in terms of like the full on breakfast, I had a period where I was trying like pasta and tuna in the morning.
No, you're lying.
It's mad. It's mad because it's quite filling. So if you're not used to it, it makes you feel tired, but you do feel energized. You notice throughout the day, it lasts quite a while.
For breakfast though, cuz like that's a bit.
Yeah, it's the only thing I couldn't have in it is I can't eat garlic in the morning, so I couldn't have any like garlic type flavor, and it made me feel.
That's like a lunch meal. That's like a lunch meal for me, like tuna and pasta and.
See, like the fish for the brain power and the carbs, yeah, man. But I didn't do it that often. I think I did it for about a week, and then the odd day here and there. And I ain't done it for a while because obviously you can't cook that in the morning before work, and you can't. Yeah, you have to prep it at night, so you have to obviously cook it before. But when I was in Porto, obviously earlier in the year. Because I never really been a person that has breakfast at the hotel. I just go and just grab a little ting from the shop or something small. But I thought, let me try to do the breakfast. So they had like grilled mushroom and sweet potato and courgettes and had that was like that kind of roasted Mediterranean vegetable thing. That was nice. And I felt solid, like I was ready for them hills. But yeah, so. Yeah, that's my extent of bread. I'm trying to eat more, but usually it'll be like a bowl of Weetabix or just some fruit and herbal tea just to get me through to lunch.
You know the holiday breakfast though, they are nice. Like I was a bit like you because I'm normally one of those people. Even if I go to like I'm working away for work or whatever, my hotel comes with a breakfast. I won't eat it. I won't get up to eat it. So I'm normally I'm thinking the way I wait up, an extra hour in bed or go down and have like a breakfast, and I just think, and I normally
sleep.
Yeah, come on, especially if I've got no kids around, most of the hour. But I think with me as well, when I started to go on holiday, like as I got older, but when you're young and you do like, even if you like do like an all inclusive or whatever, you don't tend to get. I don't tend to get up because you're normally hungover from the night before. But then as I've got a bit older and I've been on like my last couple of holidays, like the last couple of years, it's always right, get up, be fresh, go and have the breakfast, and then even go back for your room for like an hour before you go out and do what you're doing in the day. But then breakfasts are they line you up for the day, man. Like if you do anyone that goes on holiday, you're missing the trick, man, because their food over there is all fresh as well.
Yeah, make a difference.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's not like you're eating like the rubbish from over here. It's all proper fresh at the things that they caught like the day before or whatever. And you can taste it all fresh as well. So yeah, make sure you line up your stomach, man, and get your money's worth as well. Let's be honest, like when you're paying all inclusive, everyone just thinks about the drinks, but you gotta get the food as well, man. You gotta line up the stomach properly for the alcohol. But what growing up, what was like your favorite breakfast?
Oh, I mean, for me, it's an easy one. Was actually no, there's two. So in terms of just everyday breakfast, I was a Frosties guy in it, but I say it was my favorite one because we'll see. My mum, when it came to like diet, she's relatively educated, so obviously she wasn't allowing that to happen every day. And it like Frosties was like Christmas and Easter and birthday, like that's the only time I could have it.
That's it, 3 times a year.
Yeah. Like there'll be a box, and that's the box that would either stay there for the year or, you get the little variety ones,
selection
So
thing,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the-
So it'd
the
just
varieties.
be that's the Christmas one, or for the Christmas period you get a box. But or we used to have cornflakes, and then it's actually mad. So cornflakes, and also mom would say, "Oh, you can sprinkle a bit of sugar on it." But man used to go nuts. So like you'd be eating the cornflakes and you scrape the bottom of the bowl, there's bare sugar at the bottom. So it was Frosties anyway. And then she clocked on. So it was bran flakes. So that's what I used to have
Ah, shit,
instead.
man.
That was disgusting, man.
Yeah.
Tastes like
Shit.
I don't know what it tastes like. So yeah, so that's like the cereal side. And then if it wasn't cereal, if I wanted something like when I was like playing football a bit more often or like working and that, be like toast and tea, and it's about 3 slices of toast and tea, or if it's a
3
proper
slices of toast.
4 sometimes, cause like I used to eat bare bread, man. Just yeah, like a loaf of bread would last me about 3 days, 4 days.
Oh
I
my
killed it.
god. Oh my god. You said 4
Yeah, man.
slices of toast.
Yeah, 4
Shit.
slices of toast with butter on it, and then even in the evening, I'd have like 3-4 slices of bread with dinner as well. I'd get through. Yeah, I'd get through a loaf quick. No, well, yeah. So I either that, or sometimes my mum would do like I didn't really like bacon; it was too salty. But like sausage, like spaghetti hoops, because it's all could afford at the time. I think sometimes she'd do mushroom and then fried dumpling. Sometimes she'd just do fried dumpling in the morning.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that was nice. So yeah, that's my not straightforward answer, because you know me and I can't answer a question straightforward. What about you? What about growing up? What was the go to?
Do you know what's mad? Because like even now, I mean, I still don't eat egg, so I couldn't have like a egg whatever. You know, like some people have like egg and this and that. I couldn't eat that because I don't drink milk, and I don't like milk on cereal. So I was proper plain. Like I just have toast, and then it got even more strange because I'd have milk in my Ready Break or my Weetabix. But if you ask me to have it on like cornflakes or Frosties or rice, I think it was more a visual thing. Honestly, I think it's just visual. If I
Oh,
can,
so you just eat the dry cereal on its own?
no, the only cereal I used to have dry was Frosties. I've never
Or
touched.
just the flakes, like
Yeah,
no milk.
yeah, yeah. Because I'm still like this to this day. I think it's a visual thing. If I can see something, I can't eat it. If I know that, like,
Oh man.
you know, if someone said to me, I'm gonna give you a bowl of Weetabix or whatever, or Ready Break, for instance, or porridge, whatever. I know there's milk in there, but I can't physically see it. Do you get what I mean? Because it's all.
Yeah.
But if I can
It's
see
all
like a
just-
milk just sitting on top of this Rice Krispies or whatever, I can't eat it because I know that the milk's there. I can see it. So I think it's just a visual thing for me, man. And the same with egg. If you told me there was like a meal and it had egg in it, I'm calm. But if if I see like a fried egg or boiled egg or whatever, I can't eat that. So me growing up, it was always just literally toast with jam, toast with marmalade, dry Frosties or Ready Break Weetabix. But then, and this was good to say, going back to what I said before about the Sunday, the fried dumpling, plantain. You used to have like like beans with that as well, and then like some form of sausages. I'm thinking back then it could have even been pork sausages. Do you get what I'm saying, or something like that? Them little Grace ones. Remember them Grace sausages you can get?
Yeah, I
The
think
tinned ones. They were like,
the one in the tin. Yeah,
yeah, you could get them. So used to have them with it. A little bit of hard dough bread probably.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like we used to have that on the side. So when I was saying that when I was cooking this breakfast the other day, I know it was totally different ingredients, but it just took me back to that like waking up and you can smell like the fried dumpling, the oil heating up and that. Do you know what I'm saying? And just that took me back to that. But yeah, like normally, like I said, even now, I don't think I could touch like cornflakes. Even now, at my big age, I don't think I could eat a bowl of like just it's the milk. And you know, some people as well, they throw like loads of milk in their thing, and you can just see the cereal swimming in it, and like they're eating it, and the milk's just going everywhere. I'm just like, nah, I can't do that. Just
No.
give me a little Weetabix, a Ready Brek. Because Ready Brek was the one, you know, like in the winter. And a bit like you, I used to throw loads of sugar on it as well. So like it wasn't just like Ready Brek, it was like sweet Ready Brek as well.
Like sugar with Ready Brek, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I'm bouncing into school because of like, do you know what I mean? Got a big sugar rush going on. But yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Like I don't know where that came from. That like phobia of like seeing milk and eggs.
Because is it you just don't like because eggs I'm the same. But that's because when I had it when I was young, I think I had scrambled eggs and I threw up. And since that day, I was about 3, 4, and I just never, I don't touch it now. But the milk one, I'm trying to figure out because milk's in a lot of stuff. Was it like the taste or what is it about milk?
I don't know. I think it's more the taste and smell. For me personally, and I think like I remember with eggs, and I think I've done the same with milk. Like, I just can't keep it down. If you gave me like a glass of milk now and said, just drink some of that, it would come back. I know I couldn't stomach it. An egg as well, like the smell of eggs. Sometimes I think, why do people eat these things? Because they don't smell nice, they don't look nice. Like, what are you getting what's the pleasure from eating like a fried egg? When you've got like the bacon on top of that in a sandwich, or you know, like you can get like an egg McMuffin with like. I'm thinking, where are you getting the pleasure from eating this? Because it stinks. Yeah, it messes up your stomach. Let's be honest. And then, where are you getting it from? I don't get it.
You know what though? I think we're in the minority because you know sometimes when I don't know, like if you go out to cafe with your missus or whatever, because it happens to me. Everything on a breakfast menu's got eggs.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to pick something that ain't got eggs, and looking at you like a weirdo, or like you ask for something but you say, "Oh, can I not have any eggs with it?" And in my head, yeah, it's like one of the things that you ask, and then the waiter shot like, and then everyone you hear like a glass drop, and then the whole place goes silent. Well, that's obviously in my head, but eggs I can't do. But I've got a weird thing about milk. So I can have like milkshake and obviously like hot chocolate and all of that. But when it comes to cereal, I can't have cold milk. And I know there's probably one other person I know who has their milk like heated up. So if I have Frosties, Weetabix, I have to heat the milk up. I can't have, you know, people they just put the cereal in a bowl and then
I wouldn't be able to do that.
They just pour the milk over. I can't have it. But again, I know I'm in the minority because pretty much anyone that's ever seen me have cereal, when I put the bowl in the microwave, they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Heating the milk up."
But isn't that the normal? I thought that was the normal way. Like,
I think it's just in our family because anybody outside the family, no one does that like at all. like they're looking at me like I threw a puppy in a river to drown. Like the looks I get. And I'm like, isn't it gonna be all soggy? And I was like, yeah, that's how I like
that's
it.
the
I don't
point,
like
though,
it all
no?
crunchy. Yeah, but then they look at me as if like I'm some kind of like serial murderer or something.
Yeah, it's mad. But personally, for me, I think now you just mentioned about warming the milk up. I think that's where my thing came from because I remember once, and I remember I can't remember what cereal it was, or maybe it was just the milk. Because I don't think my mum used to put the two together and warm it up. She'd just warm the milk up and then pour the hot or the warm milk onto the cereal. Do you get what I mean? So I remember once there was like a layer of like I don't know what it was, like a layer of like skin on top of the milk.
Oh yeah, that's dirty. Yeah.
I don't know why it was there. I don't know how it got there. I don't know. Yeah, but I remember just seeing it, and I remember lifting it, or maybe my brother. I don't know. I don't know
Just
how he
peel it
seen
off of it.
and it just lifted off. It was like skin. It was like physical skin coming off this milk. I was like, nah. I think that was the day I realized I'm not a milk drinker.
We're
I
done
can't be
with
doing
milk.
this milk stuff.
Oh,
The
man.
smell alone puts me off, and then it's just horrible, man. I don't understand why people. I don't know. When I see people go to like the fridge and they just pour like a pint of milk and they're just like that, I think,
Yeah, a lot of that.
nah, man. And eggs, but is it
Do
like?
you
Oh, sorry, go on.
do you eat pancakes then? Because it's literally just egg, milk, and butter,
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. I think it's just a visual
but
thing.
it's in solid form,
It's
innit?
like
So,
mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is basically just egg.
yeah, I can't
get-
eat mayonnaise.
Do you get what I'm saying? Or like that, or cakes. Most cakes have got egg in, or they got some form of egg. There's loads of things like that got egg in or milk, and I can have them. It's not like like an intolerance or intolerance to certain things. I just can't physically see it. Like coffee, I used to have my milk in my coffee. Now I don't. But if you told me just to go and have some warm milk, I'd be like, nah, you're mad. But if you gave it me in a coffee, maybe not now, but back in the day, I'd be like, yeah, calm, whatever.
Had it.
Yeah, or hot chocolate, like you said. But is there any food that you reckon you've tried, like over, like, say, the last 10, 20 years that when you grew up, you just didn't eat, and now, or maybe you've tried them for the first time? Is there anything you've tried over the last 20 years, you've tried it and thought, right, this is kind of okay. It's kind of sick.
There's pretty much everything that I'm eating now. Like spinach. I hated that.
Well, you used to
growing
hate spinach.
just I don't like thing. I didn't used to like things where it was like bitter. So like spinach, broccoli, um, like ginger. You know, like all them things that have that really like sour,
Hard,
like
it's like,
bitter,
yeah, strong taste.
yeah. So that now, or even like sparkling water. I used to hate that. Now,
What, flavored or
them,
unflavored though?
nah, both just hate all of it. So, but I drink. I have that now. Um, this is a mad one, but fish. It's couldn't be bothered
You're
with
not the
fish.
first person to
Hated
say
taking
that
out the
though.
bones.
Like, but weren't we talking about this before? Or so I can't remember, but
Might
yeah,
have
that's
been.
what I was gonna say. I have to have boneless fish. I can't have fish with bones in.
Fish with bones in is nice,
It is.
and it's
I
most. It's
wanna
most
live as
fish
well, because I don't want
Yeah.
to be. I want to enjoy my food and not have to like dissect the fish and play Russian roulette with it as well and find out where the bones are. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's a lot of work, but a lot that I think I've just learned to just tolerate it, and there's little ways that you can pull a lot of the bones out all in one go. What else? Even like Weetabix. I used to hate that, like eating that, but I just have it now because I can't. When I'm going into work, or even like if I've got football, I can't function without having Weetabix in the morning or something solid. What else? Just like brown rice, wholemeal pasta, wholemeal bread, avocados. I used to hate tomatoes. I didn't like melon. But what? Yeah, I know. Literally, but the thing what I noticed was, and one of the factors behind a lot of the fresh fruit that I didn't, or fresh veg that I didn't like, was because obviously when you grow up and you have to have, and there's no disrespect, but you have to have like the basic, like Sainsbury's basic or Tesco essential,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
even like the basic little stuff. You eat because you survive, yeah, so it's fair enough. But some stuff when you have them, you don't like the taste, but it's because it's a representation of that food. It's not, sometimes it's just not that food.
Mm.
So when I started eating all this food abroad, when I was obviously had the money to like go away and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, this stuff's actually quite nice. And then you start to figure out which bits you like, and then you kind of get used to the taste. So that was one thing. But also, I ate so much sugar, probably up until about the age of 23. I can't deal with sugar anymore, like to the quantity I was having it. So other food tastes better by default.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
like sweet potato, that's another one. I hated that growing up.
Swear.
I didn't understand why a vegetable would be sweet. So it confused me, and then the texture just. But now, listen, I don't think I'll go more than 3 days without having sweet potato.
I'd have that over a
Do you
normal
know what I mean?
potato. Like I'd have
Oh,
a,
100%.
like within reason. If I'm having like a jacket potato with like tuna or whatever in it, then I'd have a normal potato. But talking about like chips and stuff like that, I just get sweet potatoes, make my own. and I'll
Yeah,
make my own chips out of the sweet potato. But now I get what you mean. Certain things when you're growing up, like I used to love sweet potato, like because it was sweet though. That's what I mean. I think that's why I liked it, because it had that sweet element to it. Whereas like I remember growing up, and even now I'm not a big fan of ackee. I used to hate. I think it's a more the look of it. It resembles egg. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's eggplant kind of, isn't it?
yeah. So it's like it kind of resembles like looking at scrambled egg to me. So I couldn't eat it. I still to this day I struggle with that. But yeah, there's loads of foods now that I think as we get older, I think we know what's good for us, and then also as you get older, you start thinking about your like what you're putting into your body.
That's it.
And how you want to live a bit longer and try and just, do you know what I mean? So I think for me, like, don't get me wrong, I still eat the odd junk food here and there, or a lot more than I should, or do you know what I mean? But I'm trying to, as I'm getting older, like you said about bread, if I buy bread now, normally it's wholemeal, or I try and at least have wholemeal if I've got an option.
Yeah.
But yeah, even just loads of things like that. I think for me, the fish thing was a big deal. Like, I think, like when I say fish, I mean boned fish. When it's boneless, I'm calm. I can just, you know, I can enjoy my tuna or whatever, because I know I have to check the packaging to say we've tried to remove all the bones out of this thing. Do you know what I mean? If I don't see that on there, if I don't see that, I'm not buying it, because I ain't got time to dissect and pick out bones here, there, and everywhere. But even like meat on a bone, I don't eat. I still to this day.
That's like the chicken breast thing, then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I can't. You see, when you like, I can't. See, I see people like eating wings and shit like that. I ain't got time for all that, man. Just give me the meat. I want to eat meat. I don't want to be like eating bone marrow and flipping the bone itself. Do you know what I mean? I just want a bit of meat on it. And 9 times out of 10, back in the day, I remember we used to order like 50. Like when I used to go out of like my work people, we all used to order like 50 chicken wings. And watch football. We'd have like, you get like a bucket of beer, so you get like 6 or 7 beers, and then you can order like 50 chicken, or it might have been 100 each, something stupid anyway. And we'd order them, and mine would be the ones where like there'd be like pure meat still on them, because I'd pick off the bit of meat that I can see, and then I'll just leave the rest. But people are like, bro, there's like loads of meat on them. Like, I can't do it, man. I can't do that. I don't want to be tasting.
To me now.
Yeah. Well, tell you why. I went to KFC years ago, and I remember I can't remember what part of the chicken it was, or wherever it was, but I pulled it away, and like it was so bloody and like red, and just it looked like something had gone wrong with this chicken while it was alive. I don't know.
Probably had to be fair.
And it was like red, like brown, green, like just it was horrible, man. The worst thing. That put me off KFC for years. I only started eating KFC 6-7 years ago again. So yeah, man, there's certain things I just can't touch. But one thing I have had, I'm gonna ask you if you're like an outrageous bit of, I was gonna say about a bit of meat. Sounds a bit weird saying that, but you know what I mean. Like a bit of but I remember I had alligator or crocodile, and I've had whale. Yeah. Nice, you know. Proper nice. I can't even lie still. Not had anything like that where it's a bit like kangaroo burger or something mad.
That's a kangaroo.
Listen, these are real things. Real things.
I know. Do you know what it is? When it comes to eating animal, I'm too sensitive and I'm too emotional.
Man
so
said he doesn't want to. What was the Disney film with the kangaroo? Skippy. Skippy the kangaroo. That's it.
Skippy. No, I think the wildest thing I've eaten, which ain't even wild, is probably trying to think. Maybe like the fish eggs, not caviar, but there's something else I had that was similar, or
was that here or abroad?
Broads, and octopus as well. Octopus is quite
but
nice.
Isn't that squid? Just like squid and them things.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. It's not even that wild. I had the octopus that I had though, because obviously you get calamari and all that.
Yeah.
Which is the like the fried or grilled squid, I think. But the octopus that I'm talking about is like little baby octopus. So you had like the legs, and I had the little suction things on it. Remember, I was taking a bite of it, so I was just trying it because this is like.
Wait. Sorry, I need to get this straight. So when you were eating it, it was dead, yeah?
Yeah, it was there. I'm not eating anything that's alive.
Oh, okay.
That's mad.
What do you mean at the
But
suction thing then? I don't get what you mean.
no, I had you know, like the legs, and it's
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
little So it had that on there,
They don't
and
chop that off. That's what I'm saying.
no. I was in this is going back about 7 or 8 years,
Boy.
and when I put it in my mouth, it got stuck to my lip, innit? It was horrible. I got stuck in my ear. Oh yeah, it was so because I've had lobster, crab, but I couldn't eat like even duck is taking it a bit far. Deer, anything that I'd like to pet at the zoo or anything like that, I
Pet
ain't
at the
eating
zoo,
that, man.
you know.
Yeah, I'm not eating that.
Duck's
Yeah.
dry, man. Like I remember, I think I've only had duck maybe twice in my life, and the 2 times I was drunk when I had it. But I felt weird eating it. It was weird. Like I can eat chicken. Some man eat what's them called, pheasants. Some man eat them things there or that. Do you know what I mean? Like they eat birds or pigeon. Some man have like pigeon hearts or whatever. But when I was eating a duck, it was like weird because I was just like, I felt dirty. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt dirty eating it. I thought, and I know chicken coops are disgusting. Like I've seen chicken coops, so I know what they're like. But I don't know, man. I just felt weird. Like I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know. I can't even explain it, but I just felt dirty. Like I had to get my stomach pumped out after I had this duck. It was weird. A weird feeling.
Think, you know, sometimes because if I don't know I'm eating it, I'll try it. But if you tell me what it is, it's mad. And it's funny what you say with duck because when I stopped eating pork and lamb and beef, I was thinking, oh, maybe I can try like duck and maybe occasionally have turkey. So I was thinking of having duck. And then one of the days, it was in the pandemic, I was at my yard and I looked out the window over the balcony and there's obviously no traffic, no cars. And there was a mother duck. And I know it's going to sound made up, but there's a mother duck and the 6 little ducklings were just walking down the street. It was so mad, and when I saw that, I was like, I can't eat duck, man. I just can't. These bastards are so cute. Yeah, I cannot eat duck. I cannot eat that thing that I just saw there. It's bad.
And eating pops, in it. Mum and the little ducklings are looking for pops, and pops is in the fridge.
In my stomach, yeah, in the freezer.
You know that happened to me when I went to Jamaica, though, innit? About the rabbit years ago.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Yeah, so pulled out because obviously me and my brother, we were like fasting it, so he's looking in the fridge and the freezer. We seen this thing and like wrapped up at the bottom of the freezer. It was like proper like wrapped up. You could kind of see in the bag. I remember the bag was blue, like one of them food bags. You could kind of see in it, and that's like a weird looking chicken. So anyway, a couple of days passed now. Eating this food, I'm thinking. I remember saying to my mum, this tastes a bit. It's nice, but it tastes a bit weird, a bit more chewy. Yeah, a bit weird texture to it. And then my brother said, "Oh, that wasn't chicken, you know, that was rabbit." I was like,
Bugs Bunny.
I was like, huh? Rabbit? I was like, nah, you're lying. And then years later, this story went on for years, you know. I got told like years like down the line, yeah, it was rabbit. I didn't want to tell you because I knew you wouldn't eat it at the time. I was like, nah, man, you coerced me into eating something I didn't know, you know. Do you know how mad that is?
Boy.
Yeah. I was like, nah, you're wrong for that, mum. You're wrong. Come on, you can't be doing that. You can't be doing that to me. But yeah, like I think like even going back to what you were saying before, like it's always good like when you go on holiday just to try different things. Yeah. Because I think that's where I kind of learned that I can't just be like one dimensional and just eat the same things. Do you know what I mean? And when I went over to like, I think it might have been Portugal actually as well. Might have been when I was over there, and like they had so many different fishes and just different dishes and everything was just fresh out there. There were certain things that I just wouldn't touch here, or certain fishes maybe I wouldn't touch when I'm here, but when I'm there, it was lovely. So I think when you go abroad, just try something different, innit? Or what you're comfortable with. I think anyway. And have you ever had anything bad abroad? Like, have you had when I say bad, do you want me to give you an example?
Yeah, go on.
I remember once, I think, I can't remember where I was. I'm going to say Spain or Greece or somewhere mad like that. And I literally just landed. So it was like I think it was like kind of like 4 or 5 p.m. So I hadn't eaten all day. I'd been on the planes and whatever. I got there, checked in, and then I found like it was late. It was late, so it was really late actually because there's nowhere open. That was it. There was one place open across like from the hotel or like a couple of streets down, and I think because obviously the menu's all in like some places you go, they've only got it in like Spanish or they got it in whatever the language is. So all this menu's in Spanish. It was no like English equivalent. So and I was ignorant then. Them times, like going back years, so I didn't even try and learn the language before I went or none of that. And I remember I pointed at this thing because I think it said like whatever venison. I thought it was beef anyway, whatever it was. Because when this thing come out, I thought, nah, I'm not touching this. And I could see the woman watching me from over there. Like she had like the locals. The locals were sat with her, like sort of thing, and they were all like just staring, watching. And I thought, nah, what kind of place have I just walked into? But whatever it wasn't like you wouldn't eat it because it could see like arteries and just loads of mad, like it's just veiny and just whatever it was not like a part of the animal you should be eating. That's what I mean. So that whole holiday, I'm not gonna lie, I was on the McDonald's diet. And I just went to McDonald's every day, morning, noon, and night, because I didn't trust anything else. And I wasn't like all inclusive; it was like self-catering and all that. So I just thought, "Fuck this! I'm going McDonald's for breakfast." I think I'd like a chicken sandwich every breakfast, every morning. Then I'd go back for lunch. Because the amount of weight I put on when I came back was mad.
No, I'm laughing, yeah, because whenever I go abroad, yeah, it's gonna sound bad, but especially when I look at Italians, the Italian restaurants, whichever country I'm in, there's always a black guy in there eating pizza, like a margarita pizza.
Yeah, and it's margarita. It's never like a couple of toppings. It's just cheese and tomato in it. Played it safe. I like that. No, it's true. It's true, man. Because sometimes, you know what? I'm telling you that some of these people, and don't forget, we don't know like where to go in certain countries. Like, there's certain places I know not to go in Liverpool or to go in Birmingham or parts of London that I just wouldn't eat from. Do you know what I mean? Because they got a reputation or whatever, or their hygiene ratings 1 or something stupid like that. So I know there's certain places not to go. But when you're in Spain, I don't know them things. I see a shop that's open, a restaurant that's open, I'll go there. But yeah, man, margarita pizza is the one, man. Because you gotta play it safe. You know you're getting back to the hotel in one piece, innit?
I've had mad like stomach aches when I've been abroad. Like when you're just wiped out, or you can't go anywhere without being, like within about 10 meters from a toilet, man. It's long. So yeah, it's not worth the risk. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're only there for like 3-4 days, it's not worth the risk, man. And you got like 2-3 hour flight back home. It's long.
Have you ever been to Egypt before?
No.
Oh yeah, see. There's a thing out there, yeah. This is a true story. There's a thing called the Egyptian shits. I'm not even lying. Cause you don't even have to eat over there. You just gotta breathe the air in, and you'll get it. Like I'm telling you, you can't be. You just said then about being like a couple of meters from the toilet. You gotta be like close at all times as well. Nah, the first and last time I go there, because that was one of the maddest. Like, and the food's lovely as well. I'm not criticizing the food, because whenever I ate there, it was lovely food. It was all fresh and it was lovely, man. Some of the food, but yeah, you gotta be careful over there, man. Mad.
No, you know what? It's funny because I do wonder who it affects the most. Because I had a friend, and her, I want to say partner, they must be married by now, but she was saying that she used to make fun of this guy. He used to call it Jamaica belly, because she's saying that Jamaicans can't eat nothing. Everything upset our belly. So it'd be interesting to know if it's just I said it, or if it's just a genuine certain places. It's just peak.
It's like you said though, when you said about eating the tuna and the pasta for, because the first thing that thought when you said that, imagine doing that when you gotta be on a train for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm thinking back to the days where I was traveling or gotta go to like London from Liverpool or whatever. Imagine your belly doing somersaults, man. That's a heavy breakfast to be eating. But I suppose if you know when and when not to do it, like if you know you're not leaving the yard for a couple of hours, or you're working from home.
And then that's the 3 slices of wholemeal bread just to soak up
3 slices, all the flavors. Man. But it's mad still. It's mad, but
oh boy,
yeah, man. It's funny, isn't it? Because like, as much as we joke about food, like I don't know, because you're not like you're not a vegan, are you? You don't. You're not like a
I'm not, but a lot of the meals that I'll have, so probably 2-3 times a week, I'll have food that
resembles what a vegan would eat, I
vegan
suppose.
slash vegetarian.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's
yeah,
vegan, even up to like the vegan desserts. Because again, it's just that I think it's an age thing as you get older. Just
yeah,
the
yeah.
vegan desserts are much easier to digest, and you're not like up sweating at night and then feeling murdered in the morning with like feeling sick. So, but no, I'm still yeah, man. I have my chicken and like cook with eggs and butter and just regular food supplies that
Mm.
vegans don't eat. No, no offense, but sometimes I feel like some vegan food is just gravel.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
imitation like chicken sausage, and it's just gravel. It
I
just
said
feel like
gravel.
sand in your mouth, and yeah, no, it's
That
long.
man said gravel. Oh
Oh
shit, man.
no,
What slightly moving off topic, but what was that video that you sent this morning? Because I was in a meeting when you sent it. The
yeah,
Pavarotti and James Brown.
James Brown.
Yeah.
Listen,
Was it a beef thing?
I
They beefing each other on stage or something?
no,
Okay.
it's a duet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I found out it's from my aunt. That Pavarotti did some duets with like some of the big artists of I say like a music generation, so probably from like the 70s, like 60s, 70s and 80s. So apparently he's done some with like U2 and a few others, but the James Brown one, they did Man's World.
Yeah.
So James Brown starts off, he does a verse in English, then Pavarotti, I'm gonna assume it's Italian because I can't really understand what he was saying, so it must be Italian. So then he does a verse, and they've got the orchestra as well. And I'm not even gonna lie, the hairs on my arms, on the back of my neck, just stood out because it was intense. And then they do
Yeah.
a bit where they overlap. So
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
Pavarotti singing in Italian, James Brown singing in English, but they're singing at the same time. It is ridiculous. And I was
That's why I thought it was
thinking,
a beef thing. I thought they were going back and forth, innit?
no,
Like,
no, it was mad. Well, maybe that's the opera like pop funk like rap battles in it. But yeah, and it was one of them things where sometimes you think I wish I was either older or had the peas when I was younger or just whatever. To them people that have been there, they must be going to their
lucky.
graves happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
lucky.
that is one hell of a performance to witness. But yeah, like just chills down my spines even when I think about it. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But yeah, it
Yeah.
was sick.
Yeah. He's done some. I just looked before then. He's done like he's got like a whole like a album compilation album called The Duets. Like Elton John,
Yeah,
Mariah Carey, Eric Clapton.
I think it must be that one. Must be that one.
Yeah, Barry White as
Yeah.
well. So I knew he did collaborations because I think I've definitely seen the Barry White one. I think I'm gonna go as far as say he done something with Michael Jackson, but I might be pushing at the boat there.
Might have done, to be fair. It's like all the big hitters like of various genres, isn't it?
Mm,
Um, because
yeah.
it was funny
Oh,
because I was listening to a few others, and then Nina Simone's "I've Got a Spell on You." The
yeah.
intro to that came on. I was like thinking, no way. If they did that together, that'd be epic. And then I realized sometimes you listen on YouTube and it just goes into like another playlist. So it's
Yeah,
just the
yeah, yeah,
original song. But I was thinking, if they had ever done that, that would have been insane.
yeah.
Can you? Oh man!
But
But
I
yeah, the
think
ones on there are sick.
I wish I'd like because obviously I'm not a big Pavarotti fan, but I wish I was. Do you know what I mean? Like growing up,
Mm,
maybe I would have appreciated what you sent this morning a bit more had I kind of grew up and listened to
mm,
that type of music and kind of understood it a bit more. Um, but yeah, that was a sick collaborator. I mean, it's a weird one as well, like James Brown, who's quite totally different. I suppose a lot of them are.
yeah,
Even you look at like
mm,
Elton John or whoever, they're totally different to like Pavarotti. So it's a good collab. It worked. It was the Linkin Park and Jay-Z that we didn't know we needed. Do you know what I mean? That crossover, that
yeah,
mashup.
man,
It was what
100.
we didn't know we needed, but we actually did need it.
Mm.
It was a sick one, man. I didn't know he'd done loads though. I didn't know like this list is mad. Like Sting, Brian Adams, Sheryl Crow, Bon Jovi.
That's what I mean.
Oh, it
Like,
was a Frank Sinatra one I've seen. My Way. I've definitely seen
that
that.
was it.
Yeah. I've
Man.
seen that
Yeah, I
one.
might need to. Yeah, I need to.
Celine
Because I
Dion.
didn't finish. What's the
Yeah.
song? Depending
I
on the song.
I hate you, then I love you.
Yeah. Listen, I know what I'm doing when I get in later.
Said he's gonna slap on the Pavarotti and just
Listen,
relax,
yeah,
man.
man,
That's your
vibe.
bag, though. Now I know you like the relaxation kind of
Listen,
thing, innit?
can't be on that hype tough stuff all
Man
the
said,
time. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, it's right. It's true, man. It goes back to kind of what we said. I think one of the episodes that there's certain times you can't listen to certain music. Do you know what I mean? In the gym, calm. If I've got a big meeting coming up, I can't be
Yeah,
listening to like madness before that because it's just I need a bit of Pavarotti or someone like that just to keep me calm,
to
man.
relax it.
Yeah, because I hate
Yeah.
meetings, man. I hate like talking in them. I hate having to like present, and I hate that. As much as people think, oh, I talks a lot and whatever, I hate talking.
Just to pass the time, innit?
Yeah, I hate that, and I hate having to present to people that I don't know, I've never met before, and shit like that. So I can't listen to like drill or something mad grime, hip hop. No, I got a bit of chilled music, man, or no music, just calm, silence sometimes. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I feel that. Feel that.
But that was a sick find, man. I'm gonna put the link on our socials, man, so people can
Yeah. No, it
hear
was
that one.
yeah.
It was a sick
Yeah.
find, man. But memes, man. Let's jump on the memes, the memes,
Yeah.
the gifs. For anyone listening, we were talking offline about our favorite memes, our favorite gifs. Is that what they call memes or memes? People still call them memes. Nah, because I'm sure there was a time here where people weren't sure if they were called memes or memes. Do you know what I'm saying?
I have never heard that.
I swear to
my
God, I swear we're gonna put a vote on this
Oh.
episode as well. Do you call them memes or memes? Because I'm sure. Let me see how they're spelled actually. Because I think they're just memes. Are they not?
I don't know.
Look, memes. So some people call them memes. I'm telling you. I can't remember where.
Memes.
That must be like the Oxford English version of how to say it. But they're memes. Are they not?
I know them as memes. I've never heard memes before.
Because look how it's spelled as well.
Yeah, I know.
Memes. I swear that's what people call them, you know. But yeah, I mean, we both must have the same one in there at some point. I haven't got an order for mine.
I know which one. I know which one definitely you've got.
Do you know what the worst?
That whole episode.
Do you know what the worst thing is though as well? The worst thing is I found a better one than just the fist. I found the whole thing where like he actually like plays it out in the meme. I'm gonna send it to you. I swear to God. I'm gonna send it to you. Look, I don't know if you can see this. Let me quickly try and find it. Because I was looking the other night when we said about doing this. I thought, let me go back and see some of the ones that I used. And yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, yeah, we spoke about a couple of memes on our Christmas special that we did a couple of years back. And one particular one kept coming up, and it was the Arthur Fist. And if you don't know what the Arthur Fist is, please just go and search it. Anyone who's watched Arthur growing up as a kid, they'll know what we're talking about. But yeah, there's one where what was the girl's name? Was it like not CJ? Was it something like?
No, that was the friend, the little girl, the sister was is it DW?
DW, that was it.
Yeah.
Can you see this? Let me just quickly see if you can see that. Let me wait for it to come. No, wait for it to come back to the start. Yeah, watch this now.
It's the airplane.
Like the whole thing, like someone's made the whole thing a GIF. So that's definitely my top one because that one there, that Arthur Fist was probably the best meme for you could use that in all types of situations as well. Like if you're pissed off, if you want to punch someone, if you've just lost a game, you know, Chelsea have just lost, United just lost or whatever. The Arthur Fist was the one. I'm not lying, am I?
No, it's facts.
It's the truth.
Facts, man. No,
Funny, man.
It's facts.
What,
I knew you'd have that one.
What other ones have you got as well?
I know there's more, but I've got the one with the three Spider-Men where they're all pointing at each other. That one's funny.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, innit?
What when they like that? Yeah.
Yeah, they're both. It's either two of them or three of them, but or however
two.
many. But yeah, they're just pointing. Yeah, they're just pointing at each other. That one, the CJ one, the here we go again. that one was jokes. Some of them are recent, to be fair, but then one of the OG ones, the black guy with the question marks, he's looking bare confused. That one is funny.
Yeah, there's a couple, man. What ones did I have? The other one I had, was I don't know if you've seen it, but you know where like 50 Cent's in a car and he's like he just sort of chuckles and then drives off. I had that one in my list. I had the one from The Wire, Stringer Bell, where he just looks and he just sort of, I think they're in a car. Remember that scene where in the car and he like looks at someone and just like goes like, you motherfuckers.
I know the one.
There's that one. There was another.
You're talking about the gifs as well, because the memes and gifs the same thing.
No, it's gifs are the moving ones, whereas a meme is just like.
This is the picture of the writing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, can't remember if I said that at the start. Actually, yeah. So mine are gifs more than memes. Because there's another GIF, man. Let me see what's in my frequently used. This one as well. This one's quite
frequently used.
Yeah, this one though, but like that one there, that I might have to explain the story to that one. So,
which one's that one?
So that's that's DJ Academics, yeah, and him and the girl that he stood next to and Joe Budden used to do this thing in America called Everyday Struggle. I think it was called a thing where people just come on and talk about their music or whatever, like a bit like a free shots kind of thing, but so they the group, the Migos, like the group, the three of them, yeah. So they were talking at the BET Awards a couple of years ago, and Joe Budden, I think, had like beef or something with them and whatever else. So anyway, they get to this red carpet. They're working for BET, Joe Budden, DJ Academics, and this woman. They're working for BET. They got to interview Migos. So Migos sit down, and you can see there's a bit of tension between them three, and then Joe Budden sort of sitting there. He's like, well, I don't really want to do this interview sort of thing. But then DJ Academics, who's quite like, how can I describe this without making him sound? He's just one of those kind of people that just like plays, like loves to please everyone. He wants to be like in people's business and please everyone and wants to be a showbiz guy. So when they're interviewing him, and then Joe Budden's like, we got to wrap this interview up, man. Like, what the fuck's this? So the Migos get off their seats. They're like pulling up their sleeves ready to fight and that. And then like security having to get involved. And then that whole gif came from, because he doesn't know what to do. Academics is just like awkwardly like that, just like holding onto the mic. But it's one of them ones where you just gotta. I have to send you the whole video so you can see how much commotion just happened from that one little thing. Funny, man.
Even though you might see one or the other, y'all move as a collective.
All right, we gotta wrap this up though.
Okay. Well, my bad. Have you trying to jump?
I couldn't
wrap
hear
it up
anything
then.
over there. Close it.
Close it.
Hey, listen, man. I wish I could talk to the Migos longer, man. It's one of my favorite groups. I've been covering for so long. I'm glad they succeeded, man.
Hey, man, you guys are nominated tonight. Have a good show.
What are you trying to do?
Hold on. Wait. No. Wait.
Where's their security guard?
Chill.
That one's probably one of my most recent funny ones, but there was another one as well, man. You said one, and I thought, oh yeah, I remember using that one as well.
There's the Homer going back into the bush one. That's a funny football one.
Oh, I've had to use that one a couple of times.
We'll use that, yeah. And what do you call it? The I don't know if you watched the show, but Community with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, and there's one.
I know him, but I've never watched the program.
But you know the one where he walks back into the yard of the pizzas and the whole yard is on fire.
Yeah.
So that episode is actually is quite funny as well. So I think it's like double, like you get it anyway, but if you've seen the episode, it just makes me laugh when I see it, and I see the episode as reminds me of the episode as well.
Do you know what as well? Like I'm just looking now, yeah. I think any Dave Chappelle one is top tier. Like I'm just looking at this one, and it's no, not that one. It just took me back to the episode where it's gonna sound mad, but when he's blind, yeah, and he doesn't.
The Bixby one. They Clayton Bixby.
Oh, that was the funniest one, man. I just found it as well. I've lost it, but Yeah, when he does that whole episode's funny anyway, because like
Yeah,
he doesn't know in it that he's look, there he is there.
I know that
And
one. That's when he's at the petrol station, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
And
yeah.
there's obviously some guys here racist. He's saying, where?
Oh, you see the any
Get him!
any Dave Chappelle meme or gif or anything is, for me, is top tier, man, because they're funny. And yeah, some of the football ones are funny as well. Like there's one where I can't remember who scored the goal, but Kurt Zuma, when he's celebrating he's a sub. I feel like it might have been Hazard. I'm gonna try and quickly find that so you know what I'm talking about. But he basically, like, his reaction to the goal was just funny, man. Like, yeah, it's this one here. It was in the FA Cup.
Oh yeah. I remember
So
that
he's
one. Yeah.
that one, man. But there's loads, man. There's loads that I could pull up and thing, man. But I think memes were slightly different because, like, memes or memes, whatever you want to call them, yeah. But whatever, they were like, you could make them yourself so quickly. So you could have something used to have like that. Remember that Dominic Soler? Like, I don't even like to bring him up, but do you know who he is?
The name ring a bell.
Right, I'm gonna have to pull this up real quick so he's the guy that every New Year's Eve for like 10 years plus, his name used to ring bells because of what he done. You must know him, man. I think he lost his job about it, over it as well. Yeah, look. So, that brother right there.
Oh,
So let me show you what he done. So he got caught doing that New Year's Eve. Yeah, I'm gonna post it on here anyway. So, but he got caught doing that New Year's Eve, and then he became a meme. He was like he birthed like memes in England. Honestly, I'm sure he did. I'd love to know where the first one came from, but that Dominic Soler, I'd love to know what he's doing right now. I'd love to like get him on the podcast, understand his thoughts about what he was going through at that time. Because the way it happened, have you never seen the video?
No,
Cause
I don't.
you will have. You will have. It was in our group chat. You would have seen that.
Yeah, probably. I don't remember it, but I do. I remember the name.
Yeah,
that makes sense, but I don't remember it too tough.
I'm gonna try and find him and get him on the podcast because I need to know what he's been doing since then, and what happened, the aftermath of, because it was mad. I think they worked together. I think either he was her manager or they were colleagues or something, and it was like a work party and that happened and someone recorded it, and I think they both lost their jobs or something. So as much as we'd memed people, like, it had proper impacts of people's lives, like their whole life. And that was like the birth of like Twitter and social media as we know it now as well. So back then, like, if you fell down the stairs back then, you'd become a meme, or you could say something. Even now, you say something online now, you could become a meme.
Just anything at any time.
Mad. It's crazy, man. But yeah, they were the ones, man. Dominic Soler, forgot about that, brother. Look, another one.
Yeah.
This brother.
I do remember that one.
Look at that. 2014 it was, so that's nearly, what's that, nearly 10 years ago?
It's almost 10 years.
That can't be
ago,
right. It must be longer than that. But yeah, man. Memes and gifs, man. If anyone's got any funny ones, man, please just send them to us. Because yeah, funny times, man. Funny times. We're not going to talk football this week, are we? I don't think.
Nah.
Did you lose?
Can't remember.
Yes, I can't remember.
Must have been an L.
Must have been an L because you can't remember it. You can't remember it.
There's been a lot of defeats.
I said I can't remember. You know, like, I swear the game was on yesterday as well. Let me double check.
This guy talking.
We got 3 points this weekend. We're all right. We got 3 points. Oh yeah, you got the L. You got the L. West Ham. I remember now.
No, it was annoying. It was annoying because it's the same thing that happened before with the Hay. He did a similar thing a few years back. I think.
Oh, the howler. It was the howler, wasn't it? Like, just
yeah. There was one. I think because of that, we missed out on Europe by like a point or 2 points. I'm sure it was against West Ham. I'm sure it was, but he did something stupid. Oh no, it was against you, man. I think we drew 1-1, and is it like Aspilicueta or someone anyway scored like a dumb, he like passed it to them, and we drew 1-1, and then lost it on Europe by a point or 2 points. So yeah, so I'm not surprised by that. But I told you, man. Anyway, like the last team you want chasing you down for that fourth spot is Liverpool.
Yeah,
because they're gonna win all their games. You lose to a team like Brighton, and then they get slapped 5-1 by a relegation team. It's just it's annoying, man. I can't even bothered. Just holler at me at the end of the month, and then when it's all done.
Man, say holler at me on the 29th for me. But no, I think you'll be right, man. I think Liverpool, yeah, they're hitting good form now, but I still think they've got a tough run in. I'm sure they have.
Nah, they've got Leicester.
That Villa game, that Villa game's not that Villa game's gonna be tough, you know.
Nah, it's at Anfield.
Yeah, everyone says that, but teams are coming slapped up at Anfield, you know.
Not really. I think they've conceded like 2 goals there, or 3 goals after the Spurs game, like all season, and then Southampton on the last day away.
They could be down by then as well.
Oh yeah, they're done. They're done anyway. So
United got. Let's have a quick look. You got us as well. You got to play us. That's a midweek game as well.
Yeah. That's the hardest game because I think it's Wolves, maybe Brentford, and
Bournemouth, Chelsea, Fulham.
Fulham. That's it.
But
so you just need to win 3 of those games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you'll do it, man.
Newcastle got a more difficult run-in. So obviously they lost to Arsenal, and
they got Brighton next as well. So they got Leeds, then Brighton.
Oh, and then they got you, man, on the last day.
Got us on the last day, which
is that
that's at Stamford Bridge. No, we played them already.
Yeah, so yeah, it's not the kind of game you want last day. You could end up winning 3-4-0. You could end up drawing 1-1. Like it depends on which players are on their holiday, which man want to stay there and prove a point. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I see Liverpool finishing top 4. I just don't know who will drop out of the 2.
I mean, I can't remember where United have been, and the last couple of results, it's not looking good. I'll be honest, but United got a history of getting into that top 4. So have Liverpool, to be fair. So you look at the 2 teams, you think maybe Newcastle might drop out. I think they've had some mad results like recently as well. Yeah, they've got 2 wins. Oh no, it's Arsenal. They've got. Oh no, they're doing well. Oh, raw, okay.
No, Newcastle's form has been decent, but they have a tendency, and I think in big games to struggle to score. Like Spurs, I don't really count because everybody's been doing that to Spurs. Yeah. But I think they're fine because they've got that 2-point cushion. But I think off the top of my head, I think United are the ones that have got the extra game.
United and Newcastle.
Oh, okay.
You're both on 34, and then Liverpool played their extra game, but that extra game I think is us.
Yeah, which I think for both teams actually. So you just need to they just need to win the 3 games against the other sides, and it's calm. I think it's 9 points. That's all that's needed. 9 points.
Yeah, I heard that yesterday. Yeah, it's where they come from, I think, is the thing. But you'll be all right, man. I think this season as well, you kind of deserve to be in that top 4. Let's be honest, because I think United turned a bit of a corner under Ten Hag. I know people are starting to like sort of question him a little bit, but
no, I think I agree.
I think, but there's certain fans and United fans as well. Some of them are questioning like what he's doing in the game and and all that. And I think, look, all like this season, no one could tell me that Arsenal are going to be pushing for the league. Do you know what I mean? I didn't think that we would be this bad this season. So I think this season's just been one of them where it's threw in a lot of like spanners and a lot of like mad results. Like Spurs are getting hammered, like refunding
left, right.
I swear, was it Gary Neville? Someone said, "Oh, Spurs players should just set up a direct debit." Like, and just quickly before we wrap up, did you see that thing with I think it was Mikel Antonio and Callum Wilson? Did you see that recently? Where they're on like a podcast, I think, or something, and they're taking the piss out of Richarlison, saying that he scored 4 goals this season and 3 of them I think were offside or something like that. And Callum Wilson said something like, "Oh, he's been booked. He's nearly on a suspension for yellow card bookings or something mad like that." Because yeah, it's funny, man. But we're gonna have to talk about flop of the season because I think he's got to be in the conversation. Maybe Sterling.
I think it's just him on his own. To be
fair, no, there's a couple more.
He's cost more than Sterling, and we can have that conversation. But Sterling's actually produced some stuff.
Would you put Nunez in there then for the cost? He's only on like 9, maybe 10 goals, Premier League goals this season.
I wouldn't call him a flop because he has take out the statistics of goals. He has played well. He's just missed a lot of chances. But I think even in the 7-0 at Liverpool United, he came on and or I can't remember if he came on or if he started, but he was a big factor in that. There's a lot of games where he just bullies guys to the point where other Gapco and Jota and all them man are just tapping in because he's done a lot of the work.
He's a good player. He's a good player.
Richarlison was a flop.
He is a flop, and I've always sort of said, he's a good player, and I still think he is a decent player. I just don't think he can do it in the Premier League. I really don't. He should either go abroad or go to one of them other leagues because. I don't know, he hasn't really played as much football as some of the others, but he's definitely the flop of the season for me as well. I think his goal to match his ratio, even based on that, he should be scoring a lot more goals, even though he's not playing every game. But yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, he scored the one of the most important last weekend, albeit that they still lost. But I can't remember if I said it in our group chat or I said it in one of them. Watch Richarlison score the next goal. I put money on it. It was 9-1, and flipping, and he scored. And I think I had them, and I think I had the game to be a draw. Richarlison to get the next goal. But yeah, he scored the most important in terms of his little personal achievement. But it's shit, man. You can't be scoring one goal and coming out and talking about Antonio Conte and saying that you should be playing, and then when he plays you play shit anyway, or you're offside 9 times out of 10. You can't do that. Yeah, attitude stinks, man.
No, it's mad. Yeah, it's actually mad. So, no, we'll have that conversation. There's a few men that are up there that will take silver medal.
Silver.
But Richarlison is just in his own league with that. He's up there in terms of flops and money with I'll say it anyway, Maguire. I think Maguire's the biggest waste of money I've seen.
Man said just period, not even just in football. Man said you just walk.
That's mad. He's still I think he's still one of the most expensive defenders of all time. I can't remember who took that record recently.
What defender?
Yeah,
Cucurella
of all time.
Cucurella.
How much was
65, I think.
No, I remember Maguire's 80 odd million, like 82 or 83.
Is that what you pay for him?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It might be maybe the lick.
The lit when he went to.
Somebody was 100 million or something. The lit
went to when he went to Bayern. Is that where he is now? Bayern, isn't it?
Yeah, it's either Bayern or when he went to Juve. I
think it was recently. I think you're right.
Was it the Bayern?
So Cucurella must be the most expensive left back. Sorry, yeah, he is.
I think he's the most expensive fullback. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. There's another player I was just thinking about on your books. I swear, what's his name? Oh, what's his name, man? Phil Jones. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's end of contract this season, isn't it? He's played 2 games in about 3 years.
Scandalous, man. Scandalous.
Listen.
We need to do a whole episode on this because I need to put Eden Hazard in there as one of the flops of the century.
That's
not even a flop actually, but just he's comfortable in Madrid, but you gotta weigh up whether you're happy to just be the guy that. Because people say, but look at what Gareth Bale done. But Gareth Bale was playing and winning Champions Leagues. Let's not forget that. He was scoring bicycle kicks and this, that, the other and everything else. So Gareth Bale's a totally different player. And he was pulling his country to semi-finals and this and that and international level as well. We can't say the same for Eden Hazard since he's been there. The last thing Eden Hazard done was played well for Chelsea in Baku against Arsenal. That was his last good performance for the Europa League. So we got to have a conversation about Eden Hazard and how he's kind of gone downhill there as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. But anyone who's listening, back to the memes, back to the gifs. Make sure you send them through as well. Let us know, bro. Let us know your food. What's your take on breakfast? Are you happy with the 20 million bones in your fish, or do you just want some boneless fish? I mean, look,
just want the sea bass.
The sea bass is full of bone, no?
No, the fillet saying.
Okay, I went to that Gino's restaurant thing, and their menu shit as well. They got no good menu. Sorry, Gino's, but the menu shit. And I had the sea bass, and it was full of bone. I'm talking more bones in my body. Right, I'm telling you, there's so many bones in it, man. I couldn't eat it. Could not eat that shit. But let us know your thoughts, man, about the food stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you follow the socials as well, man. We appreciate all of that. Episode 9. We're creeping into the little double figures.
Double figures
Soon come, man. But thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back next week. New episode next week, man. Thanks for listening.